What's up, Flower Fam? I am back. A new video. But I mean, like, you guys already know that, right? You knew that, right? Just making sure. So, as you can tell, we're in a new location. But, hi there. I'm Debriana. But if you're returning here, you knew that. But I have a special guest today, and we're going to be talking about our paranormal experiences because we've been through a lot, especially together with our mothers. But anyway, guys, let me introduce you to my little brother, Joshua.
Hi.
That is Joshua. But besides these awkward intros that I love to do because, I mean, hi, I'm awkward. Without further ado, let's get to the video. I had several ghosts at my last house. I had my future daughter, Olivia. We had the somersaulter. And we had the walker. So we had those lovely, fine spirit people at the house. Then we had whoever came at the last minute before we were moving, who likes to shake doors. That freaked me out. Awful lot. There's a video about that, guys, and I will link it below. The ghost of shaking doors. But let me tell you the story about my little princess, Olivia, who is currently not here. She goes back to the apartment that we used to live in. So, at that apartment, there was a bathroom right here. There was my room right here. I come out of my room one day, see this little girl there. My mom's here too. She's at the house. And this little girl sitting there crying. I'm like, what's wrong? And I talked to her. She says she can't find her mommy. And I was like, honey, I don't know how to help you. Like, I don't know how to help this little girl find her mommy. And then I knew she wasn't physical because why is she in my house trying to find her mommy? Like, that didn't make sense at all. So, like, later on, I found out that I was the mom she was looking for. I was kind of like, that explains why she's in my house. That explains that. But this little tricky one loves to play with light switches. I decided that I was going to turn off my light in my room, go to my mom's room, which is across from my room. So I decided, hey, go to mom's room, turn off my light. Walk across to mom's room. Come back, my light is on. Then I was like, okay, let's try this again. Turn the light off, walk across to my mom's room, come back. Guess what's on? The light. I said, okay, let's not play this game. I'm trying to turn off my light. Turn my light off 1/3 final time. Go to my mom's room. Come back. My light is freaking on again. I go, Olivia, I get that you're playing, but you cannot play with my light switch. I'm turning my light off for a reason. And then she stopped. But yeah, that is one experience. The somersaulter. Why don't you tell the somersault story?
Right. Yeah, no, that freaked us out the first time.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what was going on.
We were just like, what is happening?
So we were down in their old house, which was like, downstairs was like this kind of like living area maybe.
Yeah, living area.
And then it was like the kind of lounging area and then the kitchen. So we were in the lounging area watching TV. The dog was sitting next to us. The cat was doing whatever the cat does in his little box. I don't even know. Anyway, so like we're hearing like across the ceiling.
What the heck?
So we mute the TV and we hear so we go up there and yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
And we're just like,
Yeah,
what is happening? And then we have the walker, just pace back and forth. upstairs. And everybody saw him when we had coven nights and everything. We were all like, oh, there he is. There's the walker. But you had some interesting stuff at your old house.
Oh, okay. So relatively new. Well, I don't know how to word this. Okay, so we first moved into the house back in 2012. That's when the activity first started. And later on, we found out that the ghost that was Steven was there even before we moved in. So Steven used to always run back and forth between the garage and the kitchen and stuff like that. And in the middle of the night, now, mind you, I did not know what was happening with anything metaphysical, spiritual stuff at that
All he
time.
knew is that he might be gifted.
Yeah, so like a lot of stuff still freaked me out at the time. And so in the middle of the night, when we're all trying to fall asleep, you would hear cabinets opening, pots and pans going around and stuff. It was just creepy. So yeah, it was creepy. And yeah.
And you had some story at your grandma's, right?
Oh yeah, it's basically the somersault story except with walking. So again, Grandma and I are in the living area watching TV, all pets downstairs, and Grandma mutes the TV and we hear like footsteps walking across the um, upper level above the den area. So
And then I have my really, really, really recent paranormal story that is kind of freaky, kind of not. Um, when my uncle was passing about a week before, I started seeing this figure. It was hooded, all black, and it had a staff. And I was like, I looked at it and I turned my head and I was like, freaking looks like the Grim Reaper. Why am I seeing the Grim Reaper? So I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm not gonna die. Am I? Because am I who you're here for? It shook its head no. Then a week later, my uncle passed. And then with my grandma, we moved out of state to Idaho, where we are at now, and started seeing the Grim Reaper around the house again. And I'm like, seriously, are you here for me? Because this is the second time I'm seeing you, and I just don't know how I feel about that. No, shook its head again. This time it went, not your time, and like this one, like the hand was pretty skeletal too, so it was kind of freaky at first. I was like, okay. Well, then, like a couple weeks later, my grandma passed. Then I haven't seen it since. Really, really freaky. You have another story?
Yeah. Okay, so when I used to live in my grandma's house before we moved out, I was pretty young, so as a young, simple-minded child, you don't know what's fake, what's real, what's a ghost, what's not. So my grandma had this office area, and I had toys in there, and maybe about a few years ago, before that, my cousin, sorry, my cousin, she passed, and her name was Samantha, but we called her Sammy. So I'd be in the office playing with toys, being usual kid, being normal. And now hearing the stories from my mom saying the stories, I'm starting to remember more. But what I remember so far is that I used to be playing with my toys in the office area, and Samantha, who was this little girl with almost, I don't want to say, I think it was like curly long hair. With curly long hair, and she would be playing with my toys, and I would come out so mad to my grandma and mom, being like, tell her to stop playing with my toys. And I'd go back and she wasn't there, and I would always wonder where'd she go.
That is so cool. That is so cool, I swear. But anyway, guys, we hope you like this week's video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, please give it a thumbs up. Anyway, social media links will be down below. I will link that video, and I hope you guys have an awesome and blessed day. Bye! And we're spooky, mysterious and kooky. Da 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 da. The Addams Family. The house is a museum where people come to see 'em. Da 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 da. The Addams Family. Da da da. And the lights will flicker on and off. Lose my mind up in here, up in here.
Mhm.
Nope, your head's too big.
I died.